In hockey, blood is thicker than ice. Family connections run deep in the hockey community, as the game and its traditions are passed down from generation to generation, and the Chicago Steel are no exception to the rule. The Steel chose to give back to some of their biggest supporters, hosting a special Moms trip for a road game in Madison. The Moms packed the bus and headed north. Any matchup with their neighbors to the north is circled on the Steel's calendar. But a suite filled with moms cheering the boys on provided a little extra incentive.
We have all the moms here this weekend. So many moms and billet moms from all over. They've flown in, they've traveled a long way to get here. We're gonna be here to cheer for them. How can the Steel not win with all this support?
I mean, they've watched you grow up and you've played in front of them your entire life. So I would say for 100%, you try to, put out your best effort when they're there. And every time we got the puck in the O-zone, you could hear them screaming. A little high-pitched voices come from the moms, but it was awesome. It's loud. It's the best. It's all you want to hear.
There is a community and a family here. We've been doing hockey for how many years? I mean, if you put all the years together, it's so special, but there's nothing about hockey moms. Like, you can't even put it in words, right?
Yeah,
it's just a family bond. It's a, yeah. Anybody who's a hockey mom knows that's a special relationship. Yes.
Whether biological or billet, there's a strong bond between hockey moms.
The anticipation of waiting for your stinky hockey son to come out and give you the biggest hug, yes, we wait for it all the time. It is. It means the world to us.
Hockey moms are a pillar of support for any hockey team, and they've played a critical role this year as the Steel got off to a slow start to the season. Occasionally, that bond is passed down in unconventional ways. While it may not surprise you that a hockey mom could earn a 5-minute major, it's usually not against the opposing team's mascot.
They call my billet son the sheriff for a reason. Oh, are we fighting?
Rumor on the street is that the mascot was like hanging around the moms in the suite, and he took like jersey and he went like that over like one of the mom's head, and then Reed's billet mom shoved the mascot over, so he like tumbled backwards, and it's pretty funny. There's a bunch of characters on our team, so it's got to come from somewhere.
My billet son, he taught me that move.
Yeah.
Take it down.
Steel family connections cut deep into the ice and date back to the 1976 U.S. Olympic team, where defenseman Erick Comstock's grandfather Blaine played between the pipes for the Americans.
He has a wall back home that has all of his Innsbruck stuff on it, so yeah, it's just pretty cool to look at that kind of stuff.
Hockey is family for the Comstocks, as Erick's cousin Wyatt Kaiser is currently in the Chicago Blackhawks organization, playing up the road in Rockford for the Ice Hogs, providing additional inspiration to reach the next level.
We used to only probably see each other a couple times a year, but now this year it's been quite a bit more. It's been really helpful to see him at the high level, so it makes you want to get there too.
When most kids were drinking from sippy cups, defenseman Noah Lapointe had a day with the Stanley Cup, while his father Martin, a 15-year NHL veteran himself, was working in the Blackhawks front office.
I did see him win the cup when he was working for the Hawks in 2010. Then he brought the cup home, and that was probably the coolest day of my life. Come downstairs and I see the Stanley Cup in our living room, and then after we had kind of like a mini parade around our town that we lived in, and just showed it around with family and friends.
On the ice, the Steel have been coming together as a unit while growing stronger as individuals, embracing an unselfish brand of hockey and what's best for the team as a whole. Momentum has been growing in Fox Valley as the Steel recently completed a 4-game winning streak at a critical time as they make a final push for the playoffs in what has been a difficult season.
I think what this group's done a great job of is understanding the bigger purpose for the team and how many guys are being very selfless, how many guys are doing the right thing for their teammate. It feels like we've got a group that's very committed to whatever each other need and whatever the team needs. We're all inherently selfish, right? And so it's hard, and that's, I think, why we're so impressed with this group.
Every family deserves the chance to let their hair down. So this weekend, the Steel are running back their popular Eras Night promotion during a weekend series with Youngstown, mixing a little Swift with Steel. This weekend, the Steel are taking the Eras Night to the next level, as the Steel will wear 5 different Taylor Swift-inspired jerseys at the same time.
You always love wearing a different jersey than what you normally. I feel like there's swagger to it, and then playing last year in the game was very packed, and we ended up winning that game. And I just love the swagger that comes with wearing a new jersey.
You go on the ice feeling like you look good, and when you feel like that, you kind of just play good.
With the building packed with young hockey fans, the Steel took center stage, welcoming new fans to the sport.
Opens up some room, pops over to Schultz, one-timer, Straw save, rebound, score! Luke Gockler.
With goals from Luke Gockler and Sheriff Reed Kahn, the Steel jumped out to a 2-1 lead. What's a great junior hockey game without a wardrobe change? Turns out 5 different jerseys wasn't enough, as the Steel represented for the 3rd period with a surprise new look. But as time expired, Youngstown would play the role of antihero, besting the Steel 3-2 in overtime. Fashion, new fans, mascot fights, and family. An unlikely recipe, but one that fits the Steel family well. Because, as anyone who's been around the game long enough will tell you, when the results are hard to come by, it's always nice to have a little love in your corner.